Yo,
Yo, another chapter
yeah.
has come out.
How you feeling, bro? From last week's illness, bro. You feeling good?
Bruh, I thought I was dying from those last 3 days, man. I survived. I survived.
Yeah.
I
All
survived.
right, then.
Pardon.
That's good. You
Yeah.
wanna? We'll take this off. We'll start it off straight off the bat because yeah, the excitement's still there. I don't know where to begin. We're on chapter 1108, right?
Yeah, 1108.
Okie dokie. All
Yeah.
right.
You
So,
take the lead on this one, Horsley, man.
all right. So let me just give me a sec though. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah.
Okay
All
then.
right. So where we left off,
Yeah.
right? We left off at the part where what's his name?
Caribou was asking
Caribou. Yeah, thank you.
asking
Caribou
Luffy
was yeah
the
begging what's it? Caribou was begging Katarina Devon and Van Olga
yeah.
if he could let if they could let him see Blackbeard,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
because
Please
obviously
give
he's
me,
like
he was my hero.
yeah
Take me to him.
yeah. So pretty much begging up to them to like to take for them
Yeah.
to take him to Blackbeard.
Yeah.
So that's where we left off, right? And it's just been chaos after that, right? So where we picked up on is basically
Yeah, I think it's
as you
it goes
as you can see,
straight
just
into Caribou still begging for them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But before that's happening, it's just loads of chaos is just happening, and
Oh
I
yeah.
mean a lot of chaos because we got I don't know, you just see like battleships everywhere. You just see smoke everywhere. You see
Yeah.
explosions everywhere. And then, like you said, we start off with Caribou still begging Katarina Devon. Obviously, at this point, Van Hoger's got a gun to his head because let's be real. Can you trust someone like this? You know, you
No.
don't want after everything that you've built, you don't want them to come into be the reason that you're the reason that they came into your crew and pretty much broke it from the inside, kind of like how Whitebeard took Blackbeard in and then broke it from the inside by betraying him and killing Thatch. So obviously Van Ogre's keeping his guard up.
Mm.
Obviously Katarina Devon is too, you know, and then obviously as you can say, that's why he mentions he can't allow like people to just come into the crew because a lot of them threaten the Commodore's life, which is obviously the Commodore is Blackbeard himself, the
Yeah.
captain in it. So you
He doesn't.
can't trust anyone, you know. And obviously at this moment,
Caribou.
uh, Caribou's like, no, I'm not gonna do nothing, bro. If you kill me now, you're not gonna get all the secrets that I know. You know, you won't be able to reveal everything. I won't be able to reveal everything to you. You'll be going empty-handed. You know, you have to trust me, this and that.
Yeah.
And then Caribou and then Van Olga's just like, all right, then let's that's fascinating. All right, and then give us what you want. And then obviously he's like, but I want to tell it to Captain Blackbeard himself, innit? You know,
Yeah.
he has to be the one. He has to be the one to hear this. You know,
Yeah. Well, he's playing it smart though. I mean, to be honest though, even if you told them the information now, what's them stopping them to killing him there and then? So he's like, I mean, I know the information, but I'd rather tell it to Blackbeard now. I mean, if you're
what?
interested, you know what
I
I mean?
never thought of that. That's absolutely true. That could
Yeah.
be another one. You know, you could have
Yeah.
exposed it to them, and they could have been like, "Oh, thanks for the message."
Yeah.
Kablow,
Yeah.
and they
But
killed
that's
him
why
off. And then
Caribou did a smart player here. Like, look, I know information that would be so valuable to Blackbeard, but I'd rather tell it to Blackbeard himself. That way,
yeah,
that way it's kind of win-win for him. That way he gets to meet Blackbeard and tell him the information.
and
But
tell him the information.
yeah,
And
yeah.
whether Blackbeard kills him off from there is up to Blackbeard.
Yeah, it's not
You
to
know,
Blackbeard, but I get at least he gets to meet him in it. You
at
know.
least he gets
But
to exactly.
to be honest though, we don't even know if Caribou's intention is that true. You know what I mean? So that's another thing as well. So we don't.
That's what I think. And funny story is, man, I always wanted him to join the Straw Hats, man. I know it's a
Yeah,
ridiculous
I
thing,
know.
but I always did want him to join the
It's
Straw
been
Hats,
there
man. I
since
thought he
Sabodi Apopello, isn't it?
yeah, well, no, pretty much after the timescape, which we would call it Fishman
Yeah,
Island,
okay,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
Fishman Island.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So yeah, he's that type of guy that the crew just would probably pick on and be like, "Hey, who told you to do this?" and start beating him up and all sorts, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
obviously, in this moment, I feel like he's either A, being serious about it, or B, planning something behind their backs.
Yeah.
Or another thing is C, where he's just trying to escape the island because he knows chaos is
That is
absolutely
true. That is
crazy,
true.
and it's inevitable that if you don't get off this island right now, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
So
mad.
it's either.
With Caribou, he's been so lucky knowing all about this information, man. Like he's just been in the right
Mm,
place at the right time.
you think his
You know,
luck is like Buggy's luck?
probably, man. He's just mad. He's been every time his information has been revealed, he just happens to be there at the right time, like at the right place at the right time. It's mad.
Which which is kind of like reminds you of someone else, doesn't it? Who's the
Yeah,
other guy? His
someone else.
name's Wapple.
Yeah, Waffle, bro. Waffle still. I don't even want to be him. Look, this guy. He's a dead man.
He's he's that large as well. You know what I mean?
He's at
You
large.
know.
He's at.
So in this instant, obviously they're like, yeah, he's like, take me to him, and I can promise you, I can guarantee you that every secret that I know will be revealed to him, and you'll know so much. And then at that moment, you have everything you've ever wanted. Obviously, at that moment, they're looking at him in a stern way, where they're like, do we trust this guy? And
Yeah,
at
they
the
don't
very
say
moment,
anything, but it's like, yeah,
yeah, they don't say anything, but you can see by the look that, you know what, we're in a dilemma right here. Do we bring him with us or do we leave him here? You know, given what he's just told us right now. You know, so it just cuts off from there because we don't pretty much
yeah,
hear about them anymore from that moment onwards. We continue from where like the battleships are happening, ships are getting destroyed, again explosions are everywhere, fires everywhere, smokes everywhere, clouds probably covered in dark grey smoke. And obviously we can't tell, but it looks like it given the shading.
yeah,
Um, you know, there's who's it? There's commands which, as you can read, that says don't try to fight back against the pacifistas because we already know that this is the world government's property exactly, and they use them in terms to as battle weapons, so they can take advantage when fighting opponents that are against them. But as we already know in the latest chapter, Vegapunks put some sort of coding system, whatever it is, that now Bonnie's the authority, so whatever she
he's
says
the highest
pretty
authority.
much goes. Yeah. So I feel like they're trying to rid Bonnie at this very moment as we speak, but it's not
Yeah,
working because while that's happening, you got the pacifistas pretty much destroying the ships, pretty much blowing everyone out of the way, just getting rid of the marines as they possibly like, just bent on destroying them, and the marines don't have any answer for that. You know, they just don't know what to do. Um, and then we fast forward, and we're introduced to the vice admirals again. You
yeah.
know,
Blue Glass, Hound,
Hound,
Guillotine,
Guillotine,
Doberman.
and we know Doberman. We know Doberman from the past. Do you remember Marineford arc? I mean, the Marineford War arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was like in command during the time when he was just like, make sure Luffy doesn't get to the plaza, make sure he doesn't get to his brother.
Oh, is that him? Oh,
That's him. That's Doberman. Doberman was in the Marineford arc. That's a regular. That's a familiar face we've seen before. But the other three, like I said, Guillotine, Hound, and Bluegrass, they're pretty much new. Do you
yeah.
remember that
Blue Glass.
conversation? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that conversation that I had with you the other day where I said how like in a sense when me and you are going to and a couple of our other guys are going to be doing Comic Con and we're going to be dressing up as Marine
Yeah,
Admirals
yeah, yeah.
as our self-proclaimed characters. But then at the end of the day, what what I said was there's so many Marines out there in the One Piece world that we've yet to see that we probably will never see because my question and I said this to you when I said during the Marineford arc, Fujitora we never saw him.
Yeah.
Where was he? Because if this war was so important, why was he not
He would have been
involved?
there. Yeah, he would
He
have
would
been
have
there.
been there exactly. You know, just the same way. Like now, I'm seeing Bluegrass would have been there, Hound would have been there, Guillotine would have been there. Yasin, I've always said that there's so many more vice admirals, but obviously with all the situation, he can't draw every single one of them. It's just
Yeah,
when the
but you
time
have
is
to remember
coming.
he's still planning this stuff as well as he's going.
Yeah, when the time is coming, that's when he starts introducing more characters, more and more characters. So we could say, in a sense, like we're dressing up as self-proclaimed characters in when we go to Comic Con. But what's us stopping us? What's us to say that the characters that we're dressing up as will one day appear in the series? Obviously, that's highly unlikely. But I'm just giving an example as to how many vice admirals, marines there are that you could just
Yeah,
go
man.
as because you
It has
never
to.
know
Yeah.
in this sense,
Maybe armies.
we didn't even know these characters existed until this arc had happened. You
Yeah.
know.
Crucial
So
characters.
as we see in this situation, Doberman's figured it out. He said, "We cannot destroy the pacifistas. The only way we can kill them or will stop them is to eliminate Bonnie,
Well, yeah.
and we need to do that quickly because we're losing numbers." And at that moment, we have
Tulsa.
Tosa, Vice Admiral Tosa,
Yeah.
saying that he's on his way. And then obviously as he's on his
He was
way,
yeah. Funny
he's
enough.
a built heavy
Yeah.
hench dude.
I just
Yeah,
just
he's kind of.
realized his beard, bro. My man's got a
Yeah,
beard.
exactly.
Oh,
He's bigger than Frankie, bro. I'm seeing it
yeah.
right now. And at the
That's a
same
goat.
time, while he's jumped up in the air, he's used that move called Tosa Bite. Doesn't that move kind of remind you of an old move from back then when Sanji was fighting that wolf guy Jabra,
Oh yeah.
and then Jabra used that 10 finger move pistol and then used it on Sanji and then blasted him back. But
Yeah.
in a sense, his fingertips aren't out, whereas in a sense, Jabra's fingertips were out, while as Tosa's fingertips look like they're gonna be clenching because it's like as if he's gonna grab them with those hands and then
It's like a
clamp
fight.
down on them and yeah, pretty much like biting with his hands basically.
Yeah.
Whereas Jabra was more towards like piercing with those fingertips, if you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at this moment, he's gonna do that, and Bonnie's in danger. But guess what happens?
Oh, man, the Giants coming and stuff him on his track, bro. With that back.
You know
Oh my man, my
our
favorite
favorite.
Giants.
Yeah,
Sorry, bro.
it's been
Dorian,
so long.
Dorian. Oh, I love these lot, man. Oh, you
Oh
would
man.
see that they all smiling as well. They're in the middle of a war zone, but they're just having the time of their lives, man.
Hey, listen, these are battle hardened giants, but they've been battling for hundreds of years. Remember, man, they've been battling
Yeah,
each other for time. So they're used to this, man. This is an easy feat for them, man.
yeah.
And it's funny because at this moment I'm looking at him just like, because Frankie, remember, doesn't even know them. Because remember, Frankie wasn't introduced in the arc that day when they went to Little
Yeah,
Garden. Because he
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
introduced, yeah. So then obviously, when they say we've come for Straw Hat, Frankie's thinking, oh, what, you want to start beef with our captain as well? Alright, come on, square up, man, because that's my captain. And then they're like, nah, man, nah, we're cool with your captain, bro. We just want to thank him. That's why we want to help him, innit? And then Frankie,
Yeah,
oh, yeah, okay. And then Bonnie mentions that as the Bonnie mentions that Luffy, Sanji, and Vegapunk are still back there. Would you be able to help them out? And then obviously, I like the scene where I don't know, I forgot which was which, but I'm assuming the big fat one is Brogy, and then the other one's Dory. The slim one giant, and slimmer one is Dory, in it.
yeah.
Right, that's my guess, but I'm gonna say Brogy. Brogy's the one that's my cheese in that bunny. I just like the scene when he grabs it and he's just like, "Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna save them, man. You're gonna be fine. Everyone's gonna be fine." And then them two take off, and then they're like to the other giants, "Hey,
Oh,
look after them."
the big fat one is Broggy, and the skinny one is Dory.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, so I like that scene when he's carrying Bunny like a little child. And he's just like, "Yeah, we're gonna take care of him. You don't worry." Because
yeah.
the
We got
scene,
your back,
do you know
man.
what
Yeah.
it reminds me of?
Which one?
You ever read the book, The BFG?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had
The
that
big
friendly
college.
giant that
Yeah,
was always
yeah,
nice to the little girl. I always looked at it like that, and I always said they was just like, this scene just kind of warms my heart because he just treats kids so well, and he's like, yeah, he's got one of the most infectious smiles, and I like Brogy as a character, man. So them two are on their way to cause mayhem while they tell the other giants like, look after them and get back to the battleships. We'll be coming back. We got some business to take care of, and then you're just like, yeah, they're gonna be on their way to support Luffy and them and Sanji and Vegapunk.
yeah.
But we move on and we're introduced to more.
More of the Vice
Uh,
Admiral.
yeah, so we got Vice Admiral Urban and we got Vice Admiral Pumpsky,
Pumpski.
and at this role, yeah, and at this moment, uh, they're on their way to, I think, uh, on the island.
I think they're spotting the Giants, aren't they?
I think they are,
Yeah, the ship is on the northeast, so I think they're going towards them.
Mm,
Yeah.
and then in the scene over here, yeah, which is, remember Vice Admiral Doll?
Yeah.
She mentioned something about her
The superior.
superior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
overlord.
Her superior was over 20 years ago, which was Jaguar D Saul in it. And then obviously Bluegrass is like, oh yeah, you mean that guy, man? He was a strong one back then, innit?
Yeah.
And then at this moment, you ever think that when I think about it, I'm like, if Doll knew about Jaguar D Soul, then that means she must have been in. I don't know if her face was ever. Because
She must
remember,
she must have been
Doll
really
was
young.
never Doll was never revealed until this arc, right? So, but I'm
Yeah,
assuming maybe she must have been during that time when they were eliminating O'Hara, in it. You
yeah,
know, who knows? You know, so we could potentially maybe get it's a guess, but we could maybe get a Doll versus Nico Robin, maybe not now, but maybe in the future. Because remember, this woman has history with Jaguar D Soul. Nico Robin has history with that Jaguar D Soul. You never know. At some point, they could just battle it out. You know, because again, I'll be real, and I'm gonna say this right now. Doll seems like she's older than she looks.
yeah,
She may look young, but I feel like she's much older than that than those of like Nico Robin and Boa Hancock. You know, I feel like she's that of someone not in Shaki's age range, but I feel like for what she looks, I feel like she's probably in her what 40s, late 40s, something I guess, maybe
yeah,
early 40s, somewhere along those lines. That's my guess. You know how One Piece tend to make their woman look.
yeah.
So obviously we're moving on. We got the giant still smiling, asking Frankie and them mans, and Atlas is there looking all innocent. You know, like where are your other friends? And then the other friends that they're talking about are probably I'm assuming, which is Brooke and what's her name, Lilith,
Yeah, live.
because they're going through something else, innit? They have to stop that shit from speeding off
Yeah,
until they, yeah.
well,
Well,
they crash, man.
mm,
But
and
then we
now
go, then
we
we
get
go
to
back
the
to the
yeah.
scene. We go back to the scene with bloody Saturn. He's not a happy
Mm.
man, bro. He is not a happy man.
Bro,
At this point, he's lost sense, man.
have a look at his eyes again. Sanji's staring at his eye. Look, Sanji's staring straight at him. At this point, like you said, he's lost his sense because his eyes doesn't seem
Yeah, it's
humane. You know, it's more of like he's
he
lost
just,
his will.
bro.
Everything is
Even
just gone. He's just completely snapped.
yeah, even Sanji's like he's less than human by the minute. Look at his
Yeah,
eyes, bizarre.
look at it. Yeah,
And then
you know that's
and
some.
you know his tendrils or he's
Yeah,
coated with poison. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
venomous poison.
Yeah, yes. He literally touched a tree and it rotted off. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know that's crazy when you think about it, innit? It's just
Yeah.
eliminated. But how? My question is, how strong is that poison? Is it
I don't know.
stronger
It
than?
must be.
Is it stronger than Magellan's poison? You remember Magellan's venomous poison? That guy that ate the
Yeah, yeah,
venom
yeah.
fruit. Is
The
it
poison.
stronger than
Yeah.
that, or is it weaker than Magellan?
That we can't tell, man. But he must be a Gorosei, so it must be a bit stronger than him. But then again,
We never exactly. We can never know. You know.
I mean, regardless, you see,
Obviously, in this, yeah, because you see in this scene over here, Vegapunk was just like he planned on telling Bonnie about the thought that she had the power to control the pacifistas when she was much older. He didn't plan on telling it now, but obviously things have gone turned to, let's just say, in a difficult situation. He
yeah,
had no choice but to do it right now. And now that they know, and obviously that's what set Saturn to a point where he's just like he's lost control because you got to remember Luffy smacked him back, and then he came back and he's lost all sense.
mm,
And like you said, continue off because this is where it just kicks off, Yasin.
yeah. Then you see Saturn just going crazy and starting to try to attack Luffy, innit? And then Sanji's
Mm.
like, "Yo, take Vegapunk away, man." And then Sanji's like, "I got you, man. Don't worry." And then out
Yeah,
of
because
nowhere,
Luffy said, yeah,
and then out of no, I feel bad. I genuinely feel bad for Vegapunk, man. Like this guy can't. He's not taking wins.
can't catch a break, man.
Man, then you see Kozaro comes out and he stabs him in the same hole as he stabs him, beams him with the laser beam in the same hole that bloody Saturn stabbed him in. Like rah!
Bro, do you remember last chapter
Yeah,
when they were hyping up Sanji?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now they fumbled him. He's taking the biggest L. My boy's taking the biggest L, man. I should have known this was gonna happen, Yasin, bro. I should have known. The Oda does this, man. Like, how does he go from like making a threat to Kizaru and then not saving Vegapunk and then getting kicked away? Oh my days, Yasin, bro. I don't know what to say.
Even Sanji's like, no, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
no, don't rub it in, bro. I'm hurt right now, man. This is my boy we're talking about, man.
Man, don't worry, man. Leafy comes in with the clutch in the last panel, man. My man grip, becomes big, grips up Kizaru, and then pushes Saturn's face in the way. He's like, nah, none of you are going anywhere today, bro. And look at him, and he's smiling. He's smiling at bloody Saturn. He's like, yeah, that's right. He ain't going nowhere, bro.
Saturn's look on his face like, no way, bro. I know I've lost all my will and I'm going absolute.
My man's shoving my face away. Like, what is this? What is this?
I'm getting even more angry. He lost at this moment. His
Like
head broke.
a little sense must have came back. He'd be like, "Is this guy? Ah, I swear, not this is. No, I can't today." He's like, "I can't today." I was literally pushing his face away and gripping Kizaru like he's like a little toy, like a chew toy, a squeaky toy.
Oh no, man! I'll be real,
Kizaru's
man.
bleeding as well. Look, Kizaru's even bleeding because you're squishing him. Like,
No, Kizaru's been taking the biggest L here, bro.
oh my
Saturn,
days.
but Saturn, I feel like his head's been blown. He's lost it, bro. Because it's like, it's not just what Luffy's done. It's more or less that he's felt embarrassed about what's going on. Because remember, he's like,
yeah.
I can't let my boys know this just happened, because this guy gripped up my face.
Yeah.
How dare you do this to me? No way should he ever do something like this to me. It should not have been possible. We should have defeated these guys, killed them all, been back on our way to
These
Marijois.
insects who think they're kings, man. Bloody hell. That's why he's probably thinking like.
And then Luffy's just like, nah, not today.
Nowhere, bro. You guys, he literally says it. You guys ain't going nowhere, anywhere.
And then he's just smiling. Saturn, bro, must be thinking all sorts of.
He's not even looking up. He's literally looking at Saturn dead in the eye.
Bro, the eye staring at Saturn's eye, bro. He's just like, yeah, bro, I'm looking at you, but I'm smiling at the same time. What are you gonna do? Because I was just like, hey, please let me go, bro. I'm not involved in your situation. I'm kind of getting myself beat up.
He can't breathe. That's what it is.
I can't breathe.
He's bleeding. He's bleeding. Like he's puffing up blood.
Yeah,
but that's not even the most fun. Like, that's the most fire part of the panel. But then you go to the
because you see this little
you go to Vegapunk and he's like, Sanji, damn it, Vegapunk, stuff out of it, you're not dead. Like, I'm smiling for. And then you basically, you can tell that Vegapunk's about to die. And then, but the thing is, I think some sort of like message starts to play in it.
Yeah, the background video message.
Yeah, video message. Yeah, it starts playing, and then basically he's like, I think it shows that it's Vegapunk, and then he says it like this. He's checking the mic. He's like, "Hello out there, coming world. I am Dr. Vegapunk, a humble genius scientist." I like how he says he's genius. While many of you will likely be shocked by what I have to say in this message, I assure you that it is the truth of this world. So he's gonna reveal something massive in the next chapter.
Oh, yeah. And we cannot wait to find out what it is.
That's definitely
because
definitely.
Do you ask yourself this? Do you know what he's gonna reveal?
No, it's going to be something massive though, because you have to remember, with the newspapers, that something major happened. So it might have been like shook the world basically. The events of Egghead shook the world.
I remember that one.
So
but my question is,
yeah,
what's it about? The 800-year void, the situation that happened in O'Hara, because not many know about the O'Hara incident. In fact, I think they kept it under secrecy.
He might
or maybe they didn't. O'Hara people knew about that and found out that Robin was the only sole survivor.
Yeah.
or the history of the past of the D, the will of the D, the people of the D,
Yeah.
or or or,
Either that,
or how.
or he might even reveal there's a king still, there's actual king ruling the thrones.
Yeah, but think about it. Do you think he knows that there's a king ruling the throne? Remember this. No one knows apart from the Gorosei. The
Ah,
Gorosei are the only
yeah,
five
nah,
guys
yeah,
that know. And Sabo's the only one. Sabo was the only one. And Cobra was there. And Cobra died when after they found out Cobra died and Sabo barely managed to escape.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Anyone
yeah,
knows, and that's why he said, remember Wapple. Wapple's another one. He knows. So when Wapple knows, that's why he's like, oh, I don't want to know too. I don't want to know anymore. And he's
bro.
got that. And
I would need to be gone yesterday, bro. That's how bad it was for him.
exactly, yeah. And then Vivi's trying to say to him like, "What did you see?" And he doesn't even want to say anything.
Yeah,
That's how scared he is, bro. Right now, I kind of feel sorry for Wapple because it's not just Sabo that knows because Cobra was another one that knows, but he's now dead, and now Wapple knows, and it's like if they find Wapple, Wapple's eliminated, and he's not strong enough to take care of himself. At
yeah,
least with Sabo, Sabo's got like the Revolutionary Army and Dragon, but Dragon just seems to be just sitting down and being like, yeah, you know, I know this chaos. My son's doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing, but
yeah.
I'm just gonna sit back, shades on, and just relax. Good time, man, and then just
Oh,
watch my
Jack needs
son
to
get
make his
finished.
move at some point, man. He needs to make his move at some point, bro.
He has to, because I've been seeing comments where everyone's now calling him some sort of a bum or failed father of the year or all these kind of things, man. Or it's just him. I'll be real. I don't even know why they're saying Shanks as well, but I'm hearing Shanks is a bum as well, man. After what he did to Kid, you can't be calling him a bum or all this. No, realistically speaking, I feel like the three guys that need to make their moves right now,
Yeah,
right, would be Dragon, Mihawk, and Shanks. But
Mihawk.
Shanks, I could give it to. I'm gonna give him a pass. Definitely give him because we've just witnessed how strong he was after what he did to Kid.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But Mihawk, like everyone's been calling him a fraud, and Dragon, everyone's been calling him a fraud. They need to do something, especially Dragon. He needs to do something. Mayhem's happening on Egghead Island, and we're about to reveal. Vegapunk's about to reveal one of the biggest secrets
yeah.
while Luffy's manhandling both Kizaru and Saturn at the same time. Like chaos is just happening on Egghead Island, and I didn't even think this arc was gonna be heated as it is right now, and it's
Yeah, man. I think the
hot fire.
beginning, to be honest, at the beginning of the arc, it was not to us. No, that's a lie. The beginning of the arc was fire too, man. It was fire too, man. Considering that we start the arc with bloody the rematch between Rob Lucci and
No, but
bloody.
that's not the beginning. That's midway when you think about it. The beginning was when Luigi got blown apart, and you just
No,
realize
but are we if we're talking about like the events of Egghead,
the battle in terms of battling.
yeah, what's
Then
like
yeah, it kicked off.
because
Yeah,
with
then it
because in terms of Lelouch, because there is that like last year, like when it comes
yeah
to chapters, he like there were a couple of chapters where Oda went to different viewpoints of like different characters,
yeah
considering Sabo and what you call it,
law
Shanks,
and
Lord Shanks, all of that
kids.
stuff. So he goes,
Yeah,
he's seen that he goes to back and like to
back and
different
forth.
viewpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like I think it wasn't until what maybe November, December time we were back to
Mm.
Egghead Island. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You
So
know, and when you think about it, when Luffy and Lucci got released on the manga, it was released in somewhere between I think October 2022.
yeah,
It's been a long time now, very very long time since it's been released, But that one is like you said, it was or I could be wrong, September or October, one of those time, maybe even November, I can't remember, but it's been a
yeah,
while.
yeah,
But that yeah, you're right. When it kicked off, it was when Luffy and Lucci was about to fight. You
yeah.
know,
But
which
it,
reminds me,
yeah,
though. Do you remember? If you look back, think carefully. But do you remember when there was a video camera, and there was like a black silhouette that literally swatted the camera away, like to make sure that no cameras was gonna video record what was gonna happen at the scene of the crime. Did you think that? Do you feel like that was what's his name Saturn?
wasn't wasn't there? Yeah, was he?
Yeah, because there was this black silhouette that just came and just literally just swiped, like literally just deflected away, like I wouldn't say deflected but destroyed the camera. It just came in and just stopped the camera from recording, in it. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was Saturn, in it, and then all of a sudden Luffy's just like someone very powerful is coming, and I don't know if he was talking about Kizaru or Saturn. Must have been one of those two, but till this day I
No,
can't
I
figure
think
out who.
he must have been talking about Saturn. Saturn. That's because he must have felt his presence come at some point, man. And considering how, I mean, considering Saturn, man, like look how bloody. I mean, he's getting humiliated now, but when he first appeared, man, my man was regenerating limbs left and right. You know what I mean? My man was killing people off by just looking at them. You know what I mean? That's a way to introduce a character. I mean, this chapter ain't doing him favors, but still, like, you
Hey,
know what I mean?
but hey, I'll be real though, man. I don't think he's strong. I just feel like his capabilities of what he can do, like the abilities that he's able to do, is what makes him look strong. Because when you think about it, if there's no regeneration, Luffy puts him down easily, more easier than he does Kizaru.
True, true, true.
Because if you said someone kept on getting beat up but then kept coming back after that, how do you defeat someone like that?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Luffy knocked him back. He's come back, and this time he's come back as some possessed kind of demon who's lost control because, as you can tell from his eyes, he just doesn't care. He just wants to eliminate everything in his way. My only concern is if Saturn did eliminate everything in his way, does he regain his consciousness, or does he continue just going after everyone, whether they're friend, and just destroying them?
Mm.
You know.
Man, yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been well, what a chapter. You know,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
just
the bad guys are taking the L's at this point. If you wanna class it like that,
well,
man.
when we look at it from there, when we look at it as readers, when we look at it as like the Straw Hat Pirates perspective, yeah, the bad guys and Vegapunk's perspective, yeah, the bad guys are
They're,
taking
they're
the L's.
the
But as
ops.
readers,
You can say they're the ops. The ops are taking the L's.
yeah, that's a better
The
word to
ops,
use.
the
They're
ops
pretty
are
much the
taking
ops.
L's.
The
Yeah,
ops are
the
taking
ops are taking the L's.
the,
Yeah. The ops are
know,
taking the L's.
so and
But yeah.
Kizaru is taking a major L, bro.
Nah, he's
After
taking it. Bro, my man's man, look at Kizaru, man. My man's getting
I
treated
mean,
like he's a
bro,
squeaky
you
toy,
gotta
bro.
be, bro.
My man,
Remember
have
Marineford
you ever,
Park.
bro?
Remember,
You know what Kizaru's rhyme? You know the squeak, like the stress balls. He's just that's what I feel like Luffy's doing to him. He's just using them as a stress ball, like just squeezing
oh,
them
but then
that
when you
tight.
think about it, Kizaru's made is normal human. Well, he is a human that ate a Logia power, but he's not robbery like Luffy. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
well, we find out that Luffy's got Nika powers, but in a sense, yeah. So Luffy's just grabbing him. If he's crushing him, his bones are breaking. That's
yeah.
what it is. That's what,
I mean, he
you know what I
probably is
mean?
because he's bleeding. He's coughing out blood as well.
Yeah, he's coughing out blood. And remember this guy in Marineford when he was like to Luffy, when Luffy jumped the plaza to try
Yeah,
save
like
his
all
brother.
the weapons.
Ace,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're just like, yeah, you know you can't defeat all three of us. That was base Luffy, and he could only go up to second gear.
yeah.
I always think about what would Gear 5 Luffy do when he was in that
This guy
moment, bro.
had
'Cause he's
bloody
toying around with
with
Kizaru right now, man.
yeah. And you have to remember, Luffy. Yeah, he was on like Ivankov had to give him body hormone injections half the time, man. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Adrenaline shots, man, just to keep this guy alive. He's like, he was begging Ivankov, yo, bro, I need to save my brother, man. Like, just give me another one of those shots. And Ivankov's like, you do know
mm,
I'm gonna like if I give you these shots, you're gonna be like shortening your lifespan. He's like, I don't care, I need to save my brother. It's, then this is your funeral. Literally gives him that. Literally gives him the bloody shots, and he just goes power. He goes on a mad one. Like, he goes to save his brother. Imagine if
mm.
this was, oh man, it's crazy, man.
Real life, bro, your heart would probably stop, but for some
Yeah, but
reason it's different
yeah, for him it was different.
for
Yeah, and it's
Luffy.
like, and his lifespan was taken gone down now. You know what I mean? He's not gonna. You
Mm.
have to remember that.
Bro,
But yeah,
it's crazy. But what a chapter, man.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we leave it off from here, man. But oh my days, man. Are you excited for the next one? Because I sure
Yes,
am, you know. Yeah, I
yes, I'm
can't wait to
excited for
see
the
what
next
this
one,
guy's
man.
going to be doing, you know. Oh my days. But yeah, man, it's been a good talk with you, my bro. You know,
Yeah,
today, like I said, to everyone that's been listening, thank you again.
definitely.
You know, we got a lot more coming. You know, we hope for you to stay tuned. We hope for you guys to continue staying in tune with us. You
Yeah,
know, and obviously, if you've got something to say, like, comment, subscribe.
yeah.
You
Tell us
know,
what
and
you think.
then
Tell us what you
tell
think.
us what you think. Give us your ideas, your theories, and we can go off from there. You know.
Yeah,
But yeah, nah, it's been a good chapter, and it's been a good talk
definitely.
with you, Yasin, today, man. You know,
Yeah.
this was real good, real good.
All
We're
right.
gonna you leave it off here. So hope you guys have a nice day and take care of yourselves.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Bye, guys.